Hey guys, Zomfox here, and today we have come across some new news. Now, this news was a couple days ago, but I wanted to wait to see if, more stuff would develop of it, and a little bit has, but essentially what this news is that the new USFL is being sued by a group that are technically called the Real USFL LLC, or essentially a bunch of the older people, members of the original USFL. So the article I'm going to be reading, because there's a lot of them, is Fox Sports sued over new football league, United States Football League. This is by Madeline Coleman from Sports Illustrated. So yeah, the United States Football League was slated to start in April, with Fox Sports fronting a new version of the league that ran from 1983 to 1985. That's in doubt. After the owners of the original USFL filed a lawsuit on Monday against the network concerning the league with the same name, calling it an unabashed counterfeit. The lawsuit said the outlet copied the original logo as well as all 8 team names and branding without the permission from the original league's creators. Additionally, it claims that Fox Sports traded on the false narrative that the new USFL was a reboot of the original. The filed complaint includes claims for trademark infringement, false advertising, and false association. Fox has no claim to this legacy and no right to capitalize on the goodwill of the league, the complaint said. In part, much less does Fox have a right to deceive the public into believing that this is the USFL or that Fox's league's team were the USFL teams. A lawyer representing Fox Sports and the new USFL responded Tuesday to the lawsuit, saying in a statement to Deadline that the complaint is completely without merit, also claiming that the new USFL registered its intellectual property rights in 2011 and is excited to launch games on schedule on April 16th. The 11th hour attempt to extract value from the exciting new USFL is utterly frivolous, and we are exploring all options for redress. Steve Young, Reggie White, and Herschel Walker all played in the original USFL. The Real USFL LLC, which is the holding company created by the USFL's former team owners, said it still licenses the trademark for throwback attire, books, and movies. So, to summarize what this is, members, players, just people that were involved in the original USFL are trying to sue the new one for trademark infringement and false advertising stuff. So, to me, because I'm going to be real with you, I'm no lawyer. I'm not someone who knows all the ins and outs of the laws. But one, I know that trademarks do run out if you don't do anything with them. So essentially, if for a few years you don't actually do anything with them, they go away. And the league hasn't played in 30 years, and unless you want to count the small potatoes, 30 for 30 as, I guess, branding, I mean, only certain players have really done anything. It's not like it's a league they have. Maybe they did a little bit, but there's an assumption that the league may have already run out trademark. As for the acquisition of the rights in 2011, for those who don't know, it's a very weird thing, but basically from 2011 to 2014, they were supposed to bring back the USFL, because this whole plan was originally supposed to happen years ago, where it would be a more supplemental league to the NFL, but still play good football, as the idea was. That idea was really from 2011, 12, 13, 14. If you want to know more about it, you can look it up. I might do a video on it. It's a really weird thing that wasn't covered enough to be, known, but it did happen. So them getting the rights back then is something that isn't really that surprising to me, and is something that I can definitely see happening. As for the false advertising, they said that part of it was that it's a reboot of the original. Now, I believe I've said it in a video. I might not have, but from what I remember, they really never said anything that it's a reboot. First of all the logos are different. It's not like they're super different, but they are technically different. They changed every single one a little bit, so it's you can't exactly say that they're rebranding the same thing. And then as for having the new jerseys, they're new jerseys, so it doesn't matter if they don't have the throwbacks. So it makes it to where it's I feel like the real USFL LLC is just kind of. To be fair, it sounds like they're trying to get money. It really does. I mean, they're. I mean, it's just what I'm saying. It's just now, no, this is all from my opinion. Like, there could be that truly they still have the trademarks, and then if they do, Fox is getting out of it, is like doing the wrong thing. But then even then, the only thing they might have to change is like the names, because the logos all are different. Like, I have this, as you can see, I have the image pulled up from sportsnetlogos.net, but as you see, all the logos are different. It's not like they're the exact same. They're all different in some way, shape, or form. So they're not fully taking everything from the original, and they've never really said that this is a new version of the old league. They said it's just, well, I mean, it's technically what I said, it's a new version. It's nothing to do with the old one. They're just using it, which, yes, it's kind of easy branding, but I guess it's a smart strategy. So, yeah, that's just my 2 cents into it and one article. There's a lot more you can read about, but essentially almost every article is the same exact thing talking about it, whether or not that Fox's argument is because they have the rights or because the trademark ran out years ago. Both are possible. They both could have happened. The trademark could have ran out and then they acquired it. That's definitely possible. So, yeah. We'll know more about this later. The fact that this is coming up now so soon is also something that I think is a big deal. They could have waited to do this, but they could have done it sooner at the same time. Like, if they really wanted to win this and think that they could win it, they would have done it earlier when the league was announced and they announced the logos. They didn't need to wait this long. But you know what? We'll see. This has been ZomFox. If you enjoy this content or want to be notified as soon as I upload a video, whether it be about news, teams in the league, or old content, subscribe and hit the bell notification. You'll be notified every time. And remember to have a great night.